Yes. Justin Pavis out there just hitting the balls.
I'm so good.
I can't find the hole.
I'm sure one pair of legs a year. And he's like, shark. It was just a turtle.
Welcome back to Slightly Unhinged, where we talk business, real life, and just enough chaos to keep it interesting. Today, I've got Lindsay Givens with me in the studio. She's not only a board member with me in the PNW Power Partners, but all-around insurance expert. We're getting into everything from wild insurance claims to million-dollar body parts. Let's get in it. Welcome, Lindsay, to Slightly Unhinged.
Thank you for having me.
Oh my God, it's going to be so fun. I have been so excited for this episode. And we are going to have some good time because you're in the insurance world.
I am.
And I think a lot of people have a lot of questions about insurance. And so I figured what not a better person to come and hang out and have a glass of wine in our slightly unhinged Yetis.
I love it.
The wine brought to you by Bouchon, of course. It's a fabulous rosé that Mandy said we just had to have.
It's so good.
It's so good. So super excited for you to be here, but kind of setting the scene for everybody, you know, how we met, all that good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So if I remember right, you came to one of my events originally when Blake and Alder was hosting happy hours.
Yes.
And that's how I think we met originally from there. And then it's been fun since, but.
Yes. So it was very by random. I started thinking that I wanted to start networking.
Yeah.
And it was the first one I went to and I met you. And then it kind of spiraled into the other one.
This went from one to another. We were networking hopping.
Mm-hmm.
I had originally, when I started Blake and Alder, I always wanted to do like networking events for like all my referral partners and anybody that I do business with. I was like, let's do happy hours and different things. So we started doing monthly happy hours with Blake and Alder. And then I realized how much freaking work went into doing a monthly happy hour. And I was like, yeah, we're not doing this anymore. But then I partnered with Christine Lamb and I was like, hey, we were in another networking event. And I know I've talked about PNW Power Partners a lot in other episodes, but it's been such a fun journey and has been so cool to bring in everybody that was coming to those events before, but also now expanding it and allowing it to be also the members' home as well.
Yeah.
And it's not all just about Justin and Blake and Alder.
Totally.
So I appreciate you being a part of that group and being on the board. How has the experience been for you getting into networking and now being a part of PNW?
I've loved it. I mean, I've done different networking over the past 20 years, and it's always been really dry and really like it felt like an obligation, and it was just like more work, and it was not really paying off that much. You know, my business is primarily referrals anyway, so you know, it is something that I've done, but nothing to this point. Like I have gotten into this, and it's just really spiraled with you and our connection, and then the group that then you invited me to has just felt really genuine and it's working. You know, I feel like everyone is getting referrals, giving referrals, and it doesn't feel like a job. It feels fun. Yeah. And I look forward to it.
Right. Absolutely. Yeah. No, I mean, I've talked about this in the past of just, you know, I was in another really formed group that was just very strict and it was all about numbers. And what I loved about creating PNW and building it alongside with you and everybody else on the board is it's so intentional and we have such a great time. And I actually look forward to going to a networking event and actually hanging out. It's like I get to go hang out with my friends for an hour and a half.
Yes.
Like, this is going to be so fun. And yes, the referrals have been great. I mean, we're all in a referral-based business. I am as well. Like, you know, with Blake and Alder, most of my business comes from referral.
Yeah.
I very rarely have to advertise anymore because we've built such a great network that we don't have to go out and do promos and ads and all that stuff. So networking has definitely been a lot of fun. And we have such a cool group too.
I love it.
Everybody in there is intentional. It's fun. We have a great time. And we like to drink wine at Bouchon and hang out and network. So why not?
Yes, I've been just thankful to even be a part of it and the way that it's grown and all the people I've met. So yeah, it's
been so fun. So obviously, insurance is your day job, but home life, you have a family.
Mm-hmm.
So tell me a little bit about your family.
So I have my husband, Dylan. We've been together going on 10 years. And we have 2 kids.
Love that.
So almost 6 and almost 4.
Oh my gosh. Keeping you busy.
It's very busy. It's very busy, but it's really fun. And just doing the job and being a mom, it's It's full time.
I know. Danny and I, at some point in life, are going to have kids, and we're so ready to have a family. But I'm always like living vicariously through other people. Like, oh man, Danny and I always joke. We're like, if we could just have had kids the more natural way, we'd probably be on like 6 or 7 right now.
Well, I think everyone says that.
I know, that's true.
Until they have them. You're like, oh. Yeah.
I know. I always am like, I'm like, reel it in, Danny, reel it in. We're not having 6 kids. We're not, what are we going to call this? Pavis and counting? Like, we're not doing no 6 and counting. And no, like, I think 1, when we'll be, if we're blessed to have 1, that'll be where it's at. Hopefully 2. Obviously, kids are a huge part. We're at that point in our lives where we're very much ready for kids.
I'm so excited.
I know. I'm like, and a lot of our friends are having kids right now too. And it's like, I want to have a kid to have my kid grow up the same group and all that. And, and we are blessed to be asked to be godfathers of, my husband's god sister just had a baby about a year ago now. We went to her first birthday, and she asked us at our first birthday with the cutest card. And Jody and John, they were standing there holding Coco, and Coco hands us a card, and I thought it was like a little thank you card or something.
Yeah.
And it said Dan and Justin on the front, and we opened it up, and Dan and I were literally looked at each other, and we just instantly tears.
Oh my god.
Just instant tears of like, oh my God, you want us to be you want me to be your goddad? But okay, or godfather, whatever it is. Yes. And it was so cute because Danny's mom was there, and we were sitting at the table, and Danny's mom instantly just rush of tears. And I'm just like, okay, it's time for us.
So sweet.
Damn it, it's time for us to have a kid. So we've been looking into it, surrogacy options, adoption options. I wish there was a lot more options, but there's not a lot more options. It's one of those things, and I hope at some point we'll be able to have a kid. But
oh my god, I hope so too.
I know, I'm so ready, but we'll get there. When it's meant to be, it'll happen.
It's true.
It'll all work out. I'm super stoked about it. I was raised with a lot of kids. Yeah, I'm the oldest of 11.
That's crazy.
So it's like I feel almost lost because I don't have a kid.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, I think I was supposed to have kids because I'm the oldest of 11. So it's kind of crazy between all of us. And I mean, we're not all blood related. We don't want to get canceled for saying I'm the oldest of 11, but we're not all blood related. But, different marriages, different things, it kind of happens. And you're a stepmom, if I'm correct. So how is it being a stepmom as well as being the mom to your children as well?
It's great. They're different things. Yeah. When we got together, he already had kids, and being a stepmom is totally different than being a real mom. Yeah. But it's been enjoyable. It's been great. We're really getting to a place that we feel like a full family, even though we have grown kids and we have little kids. Right. But it's still just as fun because we're going to have those Christmases with 4 kids and their families and their kids. I grew up in a larger family. I have 2 sisters, and then together we have 7 kids. So we definitely grew up in that bigger family environment. Right. And my husband didn't as much, and so he doesn't have a very large family. So anyway, it's great. Yeah.
No, I love that. I have different sets of parents as well, and step parents, and my stepmom, who was my stepmom, it still is my stepmom, most of my life. She's always been just like the other mom. Yeah. I call her mom. It's like, hey, what's up? And so, I think that I was probably a crazy teenager. So I gave everybody a run for their money, but I value my stepmom very much. And it's been amazing to have. I think everyone should have multiple parents. That's my opinion.
Makes sense.
I mean, shout out to the ones that only have a single set and their parents are still married. But I think in this day and age, divorce is pretty common. And, but being able to have like another set of family and be able to have your kids raised with other siblings and different things, I think it's a beautiful thing, and it's amazing. And I've thoroughly have enjoyed it, being the oldest of 11. And all of us have different things going on in our world, but it's always fun just to come together and have a big party, or Christmas, holidays are crazy, all that fun stuff. So you work insurance, your husband works insurance. How is it being kind of in the same world and working together separately, but also in the same industry?
Honestly, it's great. We've always worked together. It's not a problem. A lot of people say, oh my gosh, how do you work with your spouse? Yeah. And it's just, you know, we're friends before, we've worked together. And so it's not weird. We also just do completely different things.
Right.
So we're not working on like the same projects.
Yeah.
We're not working even with the same people.
Yeah.
So it's more bouncing off ideas.
I love that.
And being able to, and we have that in common.
Yeah.
The hardest part is going home and then saying, okay, we're not talking about this.
That's true. I mean, being in the same industry and then having kind of the similar conversations, I think that's, you know, obviously Danny and I work together and we own the company together, and it's kind of the same thing. It's like, when I get home, I sometimes just want to unload and just be like, and Danny's like, no, this is like where we're going to hang out and have a glass of wine. Like, we're not talking about that anymore.
No, yeah.
So I totally get that for sure. You're out in the Westland area. Beautiful area of Portland. What are some of your must-do summer activities or spring activities that you just enjoy doing with your family?
Absolutely. You know, well, one of them is we are members at a golf club.
Yeah.
So, and it has a big pool.
Yeah.
So we always are taking the kids there. You know, when you have small kids, you can't do a ton. You have naps and a schedule. And so swimming is one of those things that you can go, it's, you know, 10 minutes away, spend 2 hours, have lunch, go back. And then it's also a golf club. And my husband's a big golfer.
I used to play golf and I'm not very good anymore.
Yeah. Let's just say it's his golf club.
There you go.
I sometimes show up and go to lunch.
I'll drive the golf cart.
Yeah.
I'll find the drink cart lady and I'll drive the golf cart.
Yeah.
And
I think
I will chauffeur you around.
Played 2 rounds since we've been members.
I know we have a calendar date coming up soon to play some golf.
Yes, we do.
Justin will be driving the golf cart. Don't you worry.
I don't know who will be golfing.
I don't know who will be
there.
golfing. I think it'll just literally be the 4 of us driving the golf cart around and around and be like, yeah, we're playing. Don't worry. We're here.
Yeah. We'll just take some strokes.
We'll just take some strokes and just, you know, pretend that we're playing. And oh my God, no, I went and played Christine. I went and played with Sean and Christine.
Oh, you did?
At Christine's club.
Okay.
And it was the same thing. I think I played like the first 2 holes and I was like, oh my God, I'm terrible. I haven't played since college, like high school, college. I'm like, I'm terrible. And I got a couple good line drives, and I was like, or whatever, drives. I don't even know. Line drives baseball. I don't know what I'm talking about.
I think it's just a drive.
I got a good drive in, and then Sean's like, oh, you know how to play. And then I end up going into like the woods.
Yeah. It's hard.
So I was like, okay, so I'm going to go ahead and be in control of the music in the golf cart, and I'm going to find the drink lady.
Yeah.
And that's what I did.
Yeah.
And so it was great. Everybody else played and I just laughed. It was great. Golfing, I do really well at, if you go to like Topgolf.
Yeah.
I'll do that all day long. I am great with that. Also, they have servers come. They keep refilling you. You know, there's liquid courage, all that fun stuff. But yeah, golfing. Ooh, God.
Yeah, I'm not a golfer. I grew up golfing with my dad, like in middle school. And I actually got pretty good at it. But, you know, it's not something I practice. I have all the gear.
Same.
So I'm happy to go and we'll see what happens. I mean, I think I can keep up. Don't get me wrong. I can keep up.
I could keep up. You know, the funny thing, totally going to tell myself here. So I hadn't played golf in years. And then Christine was like, hey, let's do a golf group. And so we got Sean, Jordan, and Christine and we all went. And I was like, I don't have clubs. So I went online and I was like, I need to order some clubs. So I went on Amazon. And I was like, what can I get here overnight? And those clubs are still sitting in my office, and I think I have plastic still on half of them.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was my way of getting it back into golfing. And I ordered myself some shoes, and Danny's like, why are you ordering this? I'm like, because I was like, I'm going to play in tournaments. I'm going to be out there. I'm going to be playing. I'm going to be promoting. And you're going to see Justin Pavis out there just hitting the balls. Yeah, I've only gone that once.
Yeah. Well, wait.
That was months ago.
We're going in like 2 weeks. So
we are going
I can't wait to see this.
We'll make sure we have our film crew out there for Justin's
we have to.
moments. A new addition to the family, though, I've been seeing on the Instagram. Stanley.
He is the love of our lives.
Oh my gosh, he's the cutest dog.
Yeah, he is so much fun.
Yeah, and what is his breed?
So he is a Havanese.
Okay.
He's 10 weeks tomorrow.
Oh my gosh.
And he's just great. The last 2 nights he slept 9 hours.
Oh my God.
I know, which is really, I was expecting to be up 5 times a night.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah. The kids love him.
I saw there was this really cute video that you had posted of him just like laying on his back, legs up, just dead asleep.
And I was like, I can't believe he's a real animal.
Right?
Yeah. He's just great.
No, yeah. Danny and I always talk about getting another. We have 2 dogs, and getting another would be insane. We had 3 at one point.
Yeah.
But I want a cuddly lap dog.
Yes.
Like, I want a dog that just wants to come up and sit with me. Like, we've talked about different breeds. I mean, I have a big old Great Pyrenees, which he thinks he's a lap dog. He'll get it right up there and lay on you.
Those are huge.
And they're huge. He's huge. But I miss having. And we have a Frenchie, and Reggie, I love Reggie, but Reggie like gets right up in your face. He's like doing that, like his little nostril noise right in your face. My best friend has
one of those.
And I'm just like, Reggie, get out of my face. Like, dude, like, I know you want to be on my lap, but no, I want like a cute little dog.
I've never even heard of this breed.
Yeah.
I just did a bunch of research because we've been looking for a couple years.
Yeah.
And I wanted the kids to get a little bit older to where I'm not just exhausted all the time before I bring in basically another baby.
Right.
So lots of research, and I'm definitely not disappointed. He doesn't shed.
Oh my gosh.
And he's a purebred.
Oh my gosh.
And that I've never had a non-shedding dog, so it is a game changer.
I've got a shedding dog.
Yeah, we had major shedding dogs.
Alder, definitely. You walk around my house, and it's like the cleaners come, and we have our cleaners come like every couple weeks. They'll come and do like the deep clean of the house, and I feel like at the moment they leave, I'm like, did they even clean? Like, what happened here? Like. It's
a lot.
He sheds so much, and the slobber. You think you know Beethoven, like the movie, the dogs just slop. That's Alder.
Yeah,
he's the slobber monster. So we have to walk around with a towel and just consistently like wiping his face, because then he shakes his mouth, and it's
like a Beethoven
everywhere. I mean, it's like I come home and I like look at our walls, and I'm like, is that? Yep, that's slobber. Awesome.
Yeah, we had a big lab, and we had a little Chihuahua.
I love
and so we've had when they both passed away, we were like, what could we do totally different? And so that's what we chose. And I think he'll end up being like 13 to 15 pounds.
So cute, though.
Yeah.
And he'll be able to roll around with y'all. And
oh, yeah. Once he has his shots, he's coming to the office.
Oh, office dog. See, I need an office dog.
Yes.
You
need an office dog.
I want a King Charles Cavalier.
Okay, that was like one of my top 2.
Yeah. I want a King Charles. They roll with you. They're your best buds.
They're so cute.
They're so cute. And I want one. And I want my office dog and my podcast dog. Like, he could be sitting right here.
I should have brought Stan.
I know, you should have brought Stan. I know. Yeah, so congrats on the new addition to that. So getting into the insurance world, there's so much stigma around it. There's so much controversy around it. There's so much everything. But what working for farmers, like, and what is really their mission? Like, why farmers? There's so many different carriers out there for you to work for.
Absolutely. Well, I think honestly, the biggest thing for me is it was personal. So my parents were farmers agents growing up.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
So my dad was a farmer's agent he started when I was born back in 1985. And it really gave our family a really awesome upbringing because flexible schedule. And back then it was like, work for us, own your own business, make your own hours, make commission and all of these things. And so it was really kind of a way for them to raise a family without any help and be able to make money and not be on like an hourly position. So it started there. And so that's what I grew up with. And so I always thought, well, that's what I would like to do. I would like to pick up my kids from school. And be there at all of the meetings and not miss anything.
Sure.
So I just started that way. And then my husband's mother is also a farmer's agent. So she's in the family. She just retired a few years ago. So I got into farmers really, really young, not knowing what was going to happen. And then it just ended up spiraling into the agency ownership side. And I am glad that, I love it.
Yeah. No, that's amazing. Mad respect for you, the agency and everything. You guys have been amazing. You basically own my whole life, so thank you. I mean, that's just what it is. Danny was like, well, are we? Danny was like, we're covered by them, right? And I was like, everything is covered by the Givens agency. Everything.
Well, and that's another thing about farmers is people think farmers, but it's actually way more than farmers.
Absolutely.
Because they have so many other caveats, especially now, of where we can basically place anything. So we can go to all these different companies that are associated with us. So it's not just, farmers is captive. You probably can't do this because it's some wild thing. Right. But the answer now is yes, we can.
Right. No, and I would say that's probably one of the biggest stigmas around the industry is a lot of it is you just think, like you said, you only can do one thing with this company, but actually there's so many other things. Are you seeing any other big stigmas though in the industry right now?
I mean, there's a lot of things that people just don't understand about insurance.
Yeah.
One thing being like what they pay goes in my pocket.
Right.
Which is really funny.
Right.
People will call me and say, well, you obviously raised my rates. And I'm like, well, actually, I have zero control over your rates. But also that, you know, you don't get paid out on claims.
Yeah.
You know, Farmers is really well known for paying out on claims. If you go look at our claims, you know, statistics, I mean, we are like top when it comes to what we're going to pay out on and the experience.
Sure.
But again, I just don't, people think, oh, well, I got a price for this much. Can you match it? And like, that's not how it works.
Right.
Your price could be completely different coverages or basically no coverage. And that's where you got it on a commercial or you got it in the mail. It's not tailored to you and it's not, you know, verified through our different systems, you know, and there's a lot of things that run into why you have a rate that you have. You know, it's not just where you live. You know, it's the specs of your house. It's how big it is. It's how many claims have been there before.
Right.
It's, you know, what are the fire hazards? What's your roof age? So all of those things, you know, how old you are you married? Are you not married? Are you bundling other items? I mean, all of those things make a difference. So I think people just assume what you see on TV or, oh, you can save 40% by doing this. Like those things aren't real.
It's a scam.
Yeah, it's a scam.
Plain and simple, it's a scam. No, I mean, obviously, insurance is very important. We all have to have insurance.
Right.
Not having insurance is a bad thing. So if any takeaway today is you need insurance. So if you don't have it, you know who to call. But what would you say has been the hardest as being a business owner, agency owner? You know, what do you think has been the biggest hurdle in your career?
I think it is all of the changes with eligibility.
Yeah.
Especially in Oregon. You know, I'm licensed in Oregon, Washington, California, and Idaho. And every single state is, you know, very different with what they'll accept. California, we talked about this. It's really hard. We see why. I mean, there's massive fires everywhere. There's catastrophes. Okay, well, Oregon is now seeing some of those things.
Sure.
So, you know, when the fires happened a few years ago, that changed a lot of perspective with these companies. And it's been hard for us to tell people, ooh, you're going to be non-renewed because you're in this zip code and there's nothing I can do about it.
Right.
Or, you know, a lot of changes that I have no control over are going to be, you know, eligibility. You know, how many, you have 2 claims. Well, I'm sorry, I can't take you until you only have 1 claim or less.
Right.
So that even though we own our own business, we don't make the rules when it comes to what we can and cannot do and what those rates are going to be. And so that's probably, you know, that's a hard part of it is when those things change, I have no control over it.
Right.
Other than that, you know, there's a lot of things that are difficult. You know, they can change commissions when they want to. They can increase them. They can decrease them. They can change, where they're going to maybe put on some production requirements for you that the past 20 years never existed.
Sure.
So it's one thing to own your own business with them, but you don't own all of the rules.
Right.
So that's probably the most difficult.
So it's like you're working along your partnership with someone.
Right.
And you have your own business, quote unquote, but you really are still held to a standard by them.
Yeah.
It's very similar in my world too. You know, I have state standards I got to follow. You know, I have licensing, agency, all that stuff. So totally get it. What do you think's been the most rewarding though out of owning your own business?
I think just what we've created as a whole with my staff, with my family, just being able to say, you know, this is mine and this is something we've created. And we're just starting, you know, we're really trying to grow and we're really trying to get next level, like in these next few years. But just being able to say, you know, our hard work is paying off.
Absolutely.
And it does, you know, and when we start these groups with, you know, what you and I have been doing with all of our close coworkers and friends, it makes a difference.
Absolutely.
And you can see that growth and seeing that at the end of the year, you know, it's exciting.
Yeah, no, and I think it's always come down to, my philosophy has always been partnering with the right people.
Yeah.
And being part of the right circle and weeding out all the bullshit.
Yeah.
to just be able to focus and grow with people that make sense. And that's been the biggest thing for me in 26 was boundaries. You know, it was like, I was the yes man to everything. You know, I was like, I'm going to go to this event. I'm going to that event, blah, 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 you know, whatever.
I don't know how you do it.
And then it's like, in the day, I'm like, what did I get out of that? Absolutely nothing.
Right.
You know, I just spent all this time. So intentional marketing, intentional networking has been a huge game changer for me. And especially with us starting P&W Power Partners and having all of that tailored down and really intentional, which has been so fun. Life insurance. So Danny goes, let's talk about $1 million life insurance policy.
Sure.
Should people do that?
Yeah.
Why?
And $1 million worth of life insurance doesn't cost that much money.
Right.
Well, it really depends. It depends on, I think the biggest thing with life insurance is you want to protect your estate. You want to protect what you have now for if you weren't here. It's really protecting your partner. It's protecting your assets. It's protecting your kids. You know, for instance, you know, if, you know, my husband were to pass away tomorrow, my life would be very different. I would need to make up for his income. I'm going to have to pay all the bills. I'm going to have to do all these things. And I'm going to be grieving.
Right.
Am I going to be going to work every day if I lost him suddenly? I don't think so.
Sure.
We want to be able to pay off those big debts, you know, people's mortgages, people's cars, any type of loan that they would have that they are just not going to they don't want to put that on their back. They don't want to be burdened by those things. So getting like an inexpensive life insurance policy, just if you could pay off your mortgage, if you really lost a spouse, that would be humongous if you didn't have to pay your mortgage. That's like one thing we really focus on. Obviously, we're dealing with people with all different types of asset levels.
Sure.
So it could be just, you know, a young couple getting married and they just bought a house. Okay, well, then we just really want to think about protecting that house. They want to pay that off.
Love that.
You know, but then you have people who have a lot of assets. They have a lot of kids. Maybe they didn't plan that great. And they don't have a lot to leave to their children. So they can do that this way and leave a large lump sum to them and pay off so the kids aren't worried, oh my gosh, how are we going to deal with mom and dad's stuff? How are we going to sell everything? You know, you don't have to worry about those things. So it really is huge. And I've seen it firsthand. You know, I've had clients lose their spouse suddenly. And they're just so thankful they had something. And, you know, one of my clients, she didn't even know her husband had this life insurance policy. And I got to tell her. And I got to call and say, you know, you're getting $500,000. And she was just sobbing. She's like, I did not even know that. And I don't know what I would do without it.
Oh, my gosh.
So, yeah, I think I'm a huge believer. And I think it's really important.
What age would you say is an appropriate age? Or is there a time in life where you should really be thinking about life insurance?
I think people always assume they're not going to get it until they buy a house or they get married. And all of those things are fine. But it's really inexpensive to do, like, even at 18 years old. Because you can get a policy that will last you your entire lifetime. And one thing I tell people is you want to guarantee your insurability. What that means is get it while you're healthy. Because then there could be something that happens when you're 30 or 40 and now you can't get life insurance. And it can be small things. It could also be, you know, someone has cancer. Well, you're never going to get insurance if you have cancer. You want to be able to apply when you can afford it. Because then what you can do is, say you wanted to start with a term policy that's very inexpensive. You can convert that to a permanent plan anytime, like up to the age of 65.
That's amazing.
So what we say is you lock it in. So lock in your rate, and then you can maneuver the details as your life expands.
Sure.
But it really anytime. Even I am a big believer. I even do them on juveniles because we can do. They're called universal life policies that you can fund and pay for college.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
Yeah, so there's so many options, but it's really, the answer is there's not a bad age to do it, but the younger, the better.
Yeah. Do you see eligibility getting more and more strict in this day and age than maybe it was 10 years ago, or is it still pretty similar?
I think it's getting better.
Okay, good.
I think people are living longer. There's better medical treatments. There's more knowledge around disease. So there's going to be a little bit more of a, it's not so hardcore, I guess you could say. Back in the day, there'd be like one underwriter that would look at this person and they get to say, I don't think so because of this, or that.
Oh my gosh.
Nowadays, it's very like, you know, with computer systems, they pull different reporting, but you can get like a same day issuance. So
That's
I would
amazing.
think, based on the knowledge and what they know medically about people, it's
Sure.
easier.
Easier now. Well, that's good.
Yeah.
I mean, I have health or life insurance. I have a couple life insurance policies. Danny's got one too, and he learned at a younger age, losing his dad at 11 years old, 12 years old, somewhere in there, and then grandpa a few years later, and all his family thankfully did the right thing, and they were able to get some life insurance policies to be able to help and support and stuff. So, but I think it's a very important thing. I have a family member that owns a brokerage in the insurance world as well, and it's the same thing. They've always pushed in the family, make sure you have your life insurance policy, and I'm like, you got it. So if someone was gonna maybe do an investment, like if they had a choice, life insurance or throw some money in a stock, you would say get a life insurance policy.
I think it really just depends. It depends on what you're looking for. Life insurance is never going to be a big investment. If you're looking for a lot of growth, go stock market.
Go stock market.
If you're looking for a conservative approach, I would say life insurance.
I love that. Portland is huge in the food truck scene. Food trucks are very Portland. What does insurance risk for like fire and foodborne illnesses look like on the insurance side of the world? Like, are food trucks harder to insure than just a normal business?
Not really.
Okay.
We actually have like a food truck program.
Of course you do.
Yeah, of course. we have programs for basically all different things.
Everything.
When food trucks first started, no. Like everyone's like, well, no, we don't know. What is this? This seems really risky.
Yeah.
And so, especially farmers too are like, no, we have nothing for food trucks. But that's changed since they have been so prominent and they're everywhere. And there are insurance policies that cover all of those things or those risks, and they're actually not very high risk, and they don't cost that much to insure.
Right. I mean, it's almost like, it's just like having a restaurant. It's just a restaurant on wheels.
Yeah. Well, a lot of them don't really serve alcohol either.
Does that make a big difference?
It makes a difference.
Okay.
When you're dealing with restaurants, there's going to be restrictions on alcohol sales. Like, how much is it? Are you selling a lot of alcohol and no food?
Yeah.
That's a higher risk, and it's going to be a potential no. So the fact that they don't serve alcohol is a real win in the insurance world.
I would have never thought that. That's actually good to know. I'm not starting a food truck, so we don't got to worry about that.
Wait, is that next?
No. I keep talking about a bar, and I keep saying everyone's got to experience the Justin Pavis bar, but from what I'm hearing is that it's very hard to get insurance. So there's that. Danny's going to be like, there's the win right there. You can't start a bar, Justin, because Lindsay said that insurance is different.
You can find companies. We can find you something.
I'm sure you can. No, I'm not worried about that part. No. No food truck for me. We're not starting any food trucks. Boating. You do boat insurance. Yeah. I actually need to talk to you about
I know. I sent you an email.
I know. She sent me an email. I've had policies in the past for like my ski boat, things like that. Is it something that's pretty common, easy insurance? Like, is it a completely different realm of the world? I don't know.
Super easy.
Super easy. I love that. I love anything that's super easy.
Yeah.
But I did learn something about boat insurance. Recently, I had a friend had their boat sank.
Oh, yeah.
In the river. And they had to call, I forget who it was. They had to call somebody because the oils and the leakage and all that. And there's specific thing that you have to have in your policy to cover that. And they didn't have it.
Oh, no. So they didn't have a correct boat policy.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. They didn't have a correct
Which
boat
is another
policy.
reason why it was probably on sale.
Probably.
Yeah.
They got it from the interweb.
Yes, they definitely
did. They got
did.
that 40% discount code. They went to Temu.
Yeah, they sure did.
They ordered their boat on Temu too.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that is a perfect example.
Yeah. We have a ski boat and all that, but I'm always like so worried. I actually almost sank my boat last year. So I had taken the boat out and out of the water, and I had taken it into the shop to get some work done. And I always leave my plug in. I'll drain it, but I always put it back. Always put it back in because one day I'm going to forget.
Yeah.
So I took it to go get fixed, and they fixed it up, whatever, bring it back down. And I put the plug in. The plug's always there. Did I look? No. So I put it in the water, started going, got it back to the dock to where we park, and I hear this like gurgling noise, and I'm like, what the hell? And all of a sudden it just dawned on me. I was like, I forgot to put in the goddamn plug. So the boat is filling up at the back and it's starting to do the tilting. And I'm screaming at Danny from across the moor. And I'm like, Danny, hurry, get over, jump in the water, jump in the water, jump in the water. And I'm like trying to find the plug, and I find the plug, and I'm like, oh my God, don't drop the plug.
Oh my God.
The bottom of the river. And so the boat was doing this, and both of us ended up jumping in. Danny's trying to find the hole. He goes, I can't find the hole. I can't find the hole. And so I'm like, all right. So I jump in the water, and I'm like, I know exactly where the hole's at. I get it in there, and I'm like, just put your finger in it. Just hold it there until I get in. Oh my
gosh.
So I poor Danny, he's got his finger in the hole, and I'm jumping in the water. And I get the little plug, and I get in there, and I'm like, well, as our boat's like this, I'm like, well, we almost lost our boat that we just spent a lot of money.
So how'd you just had to like dump the water out with buckets?
The bilge system or whatever, so that has a pump
then
under,
it will do that.
And then it started shooting the water. I took like an hour to get all the water out, and I was like, oh,
that's right. I should know what that's called.
God.
We did have a boat.
I mean, I was like, oh my God. So now anybody that has a boat, make sure you always put the plug in the hole, because if you don't put the plug in the hole, you're going to the bottom of the damn river. That was my boat story. But I was like, oh well, worst case it's gonna sink and I'm gonna have to use my insurance.
Yeah, that's true.
But I was also really mad because it was the day before 4th of July.
Oh yeah,
of
course.
Could you imagine not having a boat on 4th of July?
No, that's the day we always went out.
Right? I was like, I'm not gonna have a boat on 4th of July because I sank it because I didn't put the thing in the hole. Anyways, there's my little side tangent about the hole. So boating, great. So I came across this story that I want to read to you, and I want you to give me some thought. Maybe you've heard this story. We wanted to have some funny unhinged stories about insurance because I think insurance could be fun though too. Like,
sure.
But also like some crazy shit happens in the insurance world, which I'm sure you've seen some crazy claims over your career. But this was one. This is called the Oregon story. So in the background reading, I came across a really funny case. So the Oregon exploding whale incident. Have you heard of the Oregon exploding whale incident?
No.
Okay. So,
but I think I know where it's going.
In Springfield, Oregon, man had a 1969 Oldsmobile totally crushed by a chunk of falling blubber after the Oregon Highway Division used 20 cases of dynamite.
Okay, now I remember.
20 cases of dynamite to dispose of a dead whale on the beach in Florence. Mm-hmm. So the insurance company paid the full value of the car. But setting the scene here, he was out in Florence in the parking lot. They blew up this whale, and a piece of the whale flew through the parking lot and totaled his 1969 Oldsmobile. Mm-hmm. And his insurance company actually paid the full retail value of the car.
Yeah. Comprehensive.
Do you think that would have paid out the same way today?
Yeah. So anything like that, we call it acts of God, or things that are completely just wild and out of control.
And a big old piece of whale just comes flying.
That is like a very unfortunate event. But absolutely, it would pay out.
Oh my gosh. Well, that's good because the other question was, or do we just sue the Oregon Highway Division on his behalf?
No, like that is definitely, it's something colliding with your car. Whale blubber. And yeah, that would be a covered claim.
What do you what in your career have you seen as like the most craziest claim?
I mean, we get a lot of animal claims, like weird animal claims, like a lot of, mice in my car. That's not really that crazy, but we get a lot of weird animal stories. Squirrels in my attic, raccoons, rats, things like that. And those are things that are dependent on if it's covered or not. Yeah. It depends on what the damage is and all these things. But I mean, actually one of the weirdest things was a commercial claim. And, when we do habitational or, apartments, there's obviously going to be like tenant claims, and you probably know about these.
I know a lot of tenant claim ones. Oh, yeah.
But we did have a woman put in a claim. She was bleaching her hair in her apartment. And at the same time, the apartment complex had turned all the water off, like not knowing. So she's bleaching her hair and she's going to wash it out, but there's absolutely no water. And it literally gave her, she lost all of her hair.
Oh my gosh.
She lost all of her hair. No. I'm not kidding. And it like burnt, like 3rd-degree scalp burns. It was very serious.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Well, PSA, make sure you check your water before you bleach your hair at home.
Right? I mean, it was very, and like, I believe, I don't know all the terms. I can't even tell you if it was paid because, they had put a notice out, like, we're turning your water off.
Oh my
gosh.
gosh.
I want to say it might not have even been covered, but it was
that's insane.
That was a crazy situation.
Oh my gosh. Well, I hope she got paid out. And again, make sure you check your water before
She didn't get paid out by the company. She got paid out by someone else.
Oh yeah. Okay. Well, that's a crazy one.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah. Make sure you check your water, folks.
Yes.
Are you familiar with the Crash House in Portland?
No.
All right. So this is another crazy one that we found. So there was it was called the Crash House in Northeast Portland. A homeowner in Northeast Portland has filed a lawsuit after their house was struck by a vehicle at least 30 times in the last 20 years. Drivers frequently miss a sharp turn, crashing into the house, even hitting a gas line and causing a fire.
30 times?
30 times in 20 years.
Wow.
And so it was deemed the Crash House. Is this an insurance nightmare, or would this person just consistently be winning lawsuits?
I think they'd have a hard time getting acceptance with 30 crashes.
Right? 30 claims?
That would be, they take claims history into account, and the fact that that would be a continuing situation, especially the same type of situation, it's probably going to be hard to get coverage.
I would think so, too. I'd be like, I'm moving.
I would definitely be moving.
I mean, I don't know.
I think after the first time my car got crashed,
I'm going to have to have my team do a fact check on this and make sure I got all the facts right on that one. But no, I mean, just as a quick little search, I mean, they probably had moved at this point, but that's crazy. I mean, there are places in Portland that are definitely high crash areas, and obviously as the city gets bigger and bigger and more traffic and different things, houses that maybe 30 years ago were situated perfectly are not so situated perfectly anymore, and they're not in the safe zone. There's this off ramp in Seattle. There's like a lot of viral videos going around that there's like crashes there like every day.
Oh wow!
Because you come down through the off ramp and it's like a red light.
Yeah.
And you don't see it, and you're like going into a tunnel, and then boom, just like 205, getting on 205 north, coming from like the airport way, getting or 80 or what is that, 84 to 205 north. Like there's that tunnel, and if it's backed up and you're slow, but you don't see it, it's crazy. So yeah, there's definitely a lot of there. So I love doing a little rapid fire game with my guests. Obviously this one's gonna be a lot around insurance because I found some crazy shit online.
Oh, there's weird stuff.
Oh my God. I was dying after reading some of the stuff. Danny was reading through this. He was having such a fun time with this one because he was reading through and he go, "Did you know?" And I was like, "What?" And he was like, "Yeah, you can insure." I was like, "What?" So question one, celebrities often insure body parts or unique assets for millions to protect against income loss. Do you feel like it's a publicity stunt or actually a practical business move?
I have heard that this is a thing. This is, let me point, we don't do that.
Don't call her
we
to
don't
insure
do that.
your body parts.
Can't insure your body parts or your hands or your face or anything. But if that is the way you make money, I absolutely think it makes sense.
Okay. I mean, if I had an asset that on my body that was, I guess, making me millions.
Like if you're a hand model.
That's true.
And you burn your hands.
That's true.
Permanently.
I wonder if all the feet models out there have insurance for their feet.
I bet you they do. I totally bet they do.
All the feet models on OnlyFans are getting, I hope they have their insurance. Oh my God, that's hilarious. What celebrity's tongue is insured for $10 million?
Tongue?
Yeah, someone's tongue is insured for $10 million. And I'll give you a hint. He was on a lot of cooking shows. He is famous for bullying people on TV.
Bullying people?
Yeah.
Gordon Ramsay?
Yeah.
I got it.
You got it.
Oh my gosh.
$10 million, his tongue.
I did not know that. And I'm a major fan of him. I love all cooking people.
So I guess if he lost his sense of taste, he gets paid out $10 million. How do you prove that, though? I guess you could probably probably get it proved. He put something on like Does it have an effect or not? I don't know, but that's crazy.
That is crazy. I did not know that was a thing.
I don't even know how that would even work.
I can't believe I got it right.
If he burned his tongue, would the insurance company actually pay out a claim? That just seems insane.
I mean, if he has a real insurance policy, I don't think it'd be a burn. It has to be like where he actually lost taste.
That's
like
just
permanently.
Crazy.
Maybe if he got like tongue cancer.
Maybe.
Because like that's a thing.
Tongue cancer is a thing. Okay, maybe that's
and then
where
he basically can't do his job because he can't taste food.
I mean, he can still be an asshole.
That's true. But then no one will care about his opinion on the food.
That's true. They're like, you can't taste it anymore.
Yeah, you can't judge me.
I'm going to get canceled by Gordon Ramsay on this episode. Oh my God, that's hilarious. Whose smile is insured for $30 million in Hollywood? And it's a female actress.
You have to give me more of a clue.
She was big in the 90s. She's done some fabulous movies. Red Hair, Erin Brockovich, Pretty Woman.
Julia Roberts?
Okay,
Roberts. There we go.
There it is. $30 million for her smile. I mean,
she is known for her smile.
That's true. But so like if she loses a tooth.
So basically if she like is in a car accident and her teeth are knocked out, I guess that's what it's for.
I just feel like you would just get them replaced.
But maybe they wouldn't look the same.
That's
or
true.
you know they're fake.
That's true. Love Julia Roberts. One of my favorite movies is My Best Friend's Wedding.
Me too.
It's one of my favorites. I've talked about that on the pod in the past. That's like my childhood movie. That and Pretty Woman. My mom would wake us up she'd wake me up in the middle of the night and be like, come watch a movie with me. And we'd always watch My Best Friend's Wedding or Pretty Woman. And it's one of my favorites. It's
mine too.
It's a good one. Whose 50th birthday bungee jump was insured for $200 million?
50th birthday.
And he was getting jiggy with it.
So Will Smith.
I should have let you.
So good.
I should have let you just think on that one for a minute. I went a little too fast on the hint.
I know. I would not have guessed it any other way though.
Yeah, no. He got a $200 million insurance policy for him to do a bungee jump.
Wow. Insurance is crazy. You can insure everything.
I'm just thinking of all the things that I'm like, maybe I should insure that. I don't know. Whose legs are insured for $70 million? Female.
I feel like I've heard this one before. Singer. Oh, Carrie Underwood. Wait, am I wrong?
Close. No.
She has great legs.
She has great legs. I'm sure her legs are probably.
I bet they're insured.
I'm sure her legs are insured.
They're very.
Let's think more of the 90s.
Oh, 90s.
90s. I mean, she's still big now, but she was really big in the 90s.
I need more.
And she always wears a pump to everything. It doesn't matter what time of day she is in her silk and she's in her high heels. She'll flounce around in her bathrobe. She don't care.
I feel like I'm missing her. It's on the tip of my tongue. You have to tell me.
She had a Vegas residency.
I know.
And she sings really high notes.
I'm thinking of, I forgot her name. You have to tell me.
Mariah Carey.
Oh, why do I am obsessed with her.
Well, her legs are insured for $70 million.
Did you know my mom's ringtone is Mariah Carey? Why are you so obsessed with me when I call her?
That's the best.
I'm like, Mom, you're the only one with ringback tones.
Oh my god, ringback tones.
She has a ringback tone for all of us.
Oh my god, a ringback tone. That takes me back to the early 2000s.
Seriously,
the ringback tones.
She is the only one.
Oh my gosh, when you could change the song that people said, the ringing of when you call instead of hearing the dial tone, you hear the song.
Yes.
With my razor. Oh, I was all about it.
Too.
I love that. 70 mil. So
70
anything
mil.
happens with her legs, she's got 70 mil coming her way. That's insane. What do you think is been more on the crazier side for you of insuring anything? I mean, obviously you don't do body parts. Has there been something kind of weird that you've insured?
I feel like ours is pretty cut and dry. Yeah. Like we mostly do assets.
Yeah.
So we don't do anything that weird. Yeah. We do yachts and boats, but no, I don't have anything. They're all like assets.
Yeah.
So I would not say anything crazy. We're pretty boring here in the typical insurance world.
Typical insurance world. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you can always try to get into insurance 70 mil for legs.
That's right. I guess I need to get into like the different industry.
I guess you need to look into some.
I bet my commission on that would be really good.
Right? Probably because she paid cash too. Yeah. So that was an upfront policy.
I mean, just like insure one pair of legs a year and we're going to make it.
We're going to be good.
Mm-hmm.
So more on the personal side of the world. Obviously, that was some fun insurance questions, but to get to know Lindsay a little bit better, red wine or white wine?
Red.
Cab or Merlot?
Neither.
Ooh.
I like a Pinot Noir.
Of course, Oregon.
Oh my God.
Here I am rolling my eyes. Of course, Oregon. Mandy Stark would be going, I told you so, Justin. I told you so. Because her and I had a whole conversation about Pinot Noir.
Yeah.
I'm not a Pinot girl.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
I'm Italian. I like the Italian reds. I
like those too.
I can't get into Pinot. She's found me a couple that I can get into, but for the most part, they're too light. They're not.
Well, you have to get like a full body one. Like I don't really like the too light ones,
Right.
but I also like the Spanish wines, Italian wines. But I just Cab and Merlot. Merlot is a definite no.
Yeah. Lake day or a beach day?
I mean, beach probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hate the sand, so I would have said lake for
Oh
me.
yeah. I mean, I don't get in the water, so I lay by the water.
Lay by the water.
Yeah.
I'm like the most boozy ass when it comes to the sand. I have a phobia of sand. It was brought out on a comment online. Nicole is not a big fan of sand either, and I went into a whole saying about it. Sand scares me, and I don't know why, but I am afraid of sand.
Well, it gets everywhere.
It gets everywhere, and I hate how itchy and scratchy. And like Danny's out, like we go to Mexico and the beach a lot, and I'm a resort girl. Like you'll just see me sitting up at the resort. I'm hanging out like by the pool. Danny's like, I'm going swimming in the ocean. I'm like, all right, don't get eaten by a shark. And he goes back and he's just like covered in sand, and I'm like, how? And he just puts his socks on and like whatever and walks. I'm like, how?
No.
Like I have phobia for you. Like I'm literally sitting here worried for you.
No. I will not get in the water. I'm so scared of the ocean. On our honeymoon, we were in Maui.
Yeah.
And we were on the beach. And anyway, he's like, I think I'm going to go swim in the ocean. I'm like, okay, well, bye. And he's out there and he's swimming. And like he sees this whole fin and he's like, shark. It was just a turtle. It was like a turtle fin. But he like came back in and he was all freaking out. And I was like, okay, you need to stay out of the water.
My God. I was just getting my hair done the other day, and my hairdresser had just gotten back from the Caribbean, and they went on like the Caribbean cruise, and they go to the Caribbean has like, or the Carnival Cruise Line or whatever has like their own little island in the Caribbean or whatever where they always port, and there's like water park, whatever. And he was out in the shallow part of it, and he was like, I don't do the ocean. But his friends were like, come on. And I guess a fish went across his foot. And he said he had screamed so loud and ran so fast out of that water, and everyone was like, thought literally he was getting attacked by a shark.
That's how I would act.
That's how I would act too. I'd be like, oh fuck no, goodbye.
I can't stand you don't know what's in there.
After I got stung by a jellyfish in my younger life, see, like my family all grew up in the coast. Like my grandfather was a commercial fisherman. Everybody's out on the ocean. Like the ocean is my dad's scuba dives, like all these things. And me, I'm like, girl, nope. If I can't see what my feet is touching, there are no way in hell I'm getting in that. Nope, sorry. I even struggle even at the lake, like when I water ski and stuff. Like I don't know what's down there. There could be a body, there could be a car, there could be so many different things under there. I feel. No. I stay at the pool.
Yeah, so the answer would have been no, I will stay by the pool.
I'll stay by the pool. I'm by the pool all the time. Mm-hmm. Favorite go-to cocktail?
I'm not a huge cocktail fan, but it'd probably be a margarita.
I love a good margarita. I only drink tequila in Mexico. Everyone's starting to learn that about me too. Mm-hmm. So there's that. I already know the answer to this because I know you, but Cali or Arizona?
Arizona.
Of course. You just got back from Arizona.
We do love Arizona.
You love Arizona. What is it about Arizona you love?
Well, it's a really short flight.
Yeah.
We can take our kids on a plane without a layover.
I love that.
We like to rent a house with a pool of our own.
Yes.
And you'll see this when you have kids.
Yeah.
You can't stay in a resort with kids because someone's napping.
That's
and then
true.
what, you're going to be stuck in your room all day?
No.
We want to be by the pool where we can have our monitor and he can be sleeping and we're still getting our tan and we're still, having a good time. But the plane ride is one. And the other thing is both of Dylan's older kids went to Grand Canyon University.
Gotcha.
So we were visiting there a lot.
I love that.
That's where we just were for his graduation. Yeah. So for over the past, 5 years, we were going to visiting that way. So we just started to really get in the habit of it.
I love that. Yeah, I've done a lot of Arizona trips. We love Arizona. We have a place in San Diego, which we hit San Diego quite often.
Well, I love San Diego.
San Diego is, oh my God, it's like my other heart. We're actually going again here in the next few days, and it's always so fun to go. And that is actually, I will say, that is one of the beaches I will walk out on because the water down there is just absolutely gorgeous.
No, we love it there.
I will not be going on the water. Let me put that out there.
No.
She will not be swimming in there. Yeah, so no, traveling, but I agree. Once we have kids, it's not going to be popping down to Mexico anymore.
You don't do what you want to do. You do what makes you not go crazy.
Right.
And so we were going to Palm Springs a lot.
I love
But then
Palm
they
Springs.
stopped a direct flight. And we had to have a layover like in the middle of nap time. And it was like, we got off the plane and we're like, we will never do this again.
I can't believe well, I know.
It's back now. This was a few years ago.
It is back now. I was going to say, my grandma and grandfather they have a condo in Palm Springs, and they go.
Yeah,
and
we love Palm Springs.
They fly out of Eugene and pop right down. There's a direct flight out of Eugene and just go right on down and do their thing. But yeah, I am all about the direct flights. I am not one to want to have to stop anywhere. So having children, I'd be like, nope. I can't believe that you would have to stop. Just go. I feel like Palm Springs is just like a little boop and you're there.
Know. That's how it always was. They changed it out of nowhere. And we were going with our family and it was already booked. And I'm like, oh my God, there's no direct flight.
Right.
How are we going to do this? And it's always, of course, in the middle of. So he screamed the whole way. Like,
no.
I am like profusely sweating and he's just screaming and he won't nap. And Dill and I are looking at each other like, and I'm looking at him like, I can't believe you made me come on this trip. Like, I was like, there's no way I'm flying with my kids doing this. And he's just looking at me like, oh my God.
Because because you pre-kids, we would have been the ones going, man, those people and their kids screaming on the flight.
I know. I think I was like that pre-kids too.
I'm always like that, Danny. It's so bad because it's like we want kids so bad and we're the ones sitting up there going, man, their kid is just really loud today.
I know. Just wait. I can't wait for you to call me and be like, Lindsay, that was miserable. Like I told you.
You're gonna be like, I told you. Favorite go-to spot right now for dinner? Like, where's your favorite go-to spot right now?
I mean,
or
another
lunch.
Thing for lunch.
Yeah, lunch, dinner. Where's your spot?
Where did we just go? I'm trying to think. We don't go out to lunch a lot, just with going to get kids from school and things like that. But what is the new place in Bridgeport Village?
Oh, there's a new place.
It's the new. I'm going to say it wrong.
It's okay.
Fogo de Chao.
Oh, Fogo de Chao.
Fogo de Chao.
Yes. They just opened a new spot. That's so funny that Lily's episode that we didn't talk about it, but she is a big foodie and she goes there all the time.
Yeah.
And they just did a whole launch party for them and all that. So that's a good one.
So that's new.
We Danny and I just recently went to Long Bong here in downtown Portland and did a seated experience. It's like 15 courses.
Stop.
And you just sit and you share.
That's like my dream.
Yeah. Oh, I'm going to send you the deets of it. It's a little hard to get into.
Yeah, I'm sure.
We booked well over a month ago to go to this.
Oh, I'm sure.
And they only do it a couple days a week. And they do 2 seatings and you just go in and you sit and then there's no thinking. That's what I love about it.
Mm-hmm.
You just walk in, you sit, you order a cocktail, and then they just start bringing you each little course. And it was so fun. It was an experience. I've never done something like that. I've done littler ones, but nothing to that extreme.
Yeah.
And you leave and you're just like, I just tasted the most amazing food. And they're a James Beard award-winning restaurant,
love all of that
and
stuff.
it's so good.
I'm a big Food Network person.
I love that.
I mean, I love to cook.
Yeah.
I love to watch cooking.
Yeah.
And I follow all that stuff. So
That's
that would
amazing.
be really up my alley.
Yeah. We'll have to get that on the books because that was a fun thing, and I want to definitely do that again, especially when they change their menu to the next season. It's just like, oh my gosh.
Oh yeah.
Love it. Well, in closing, thank you so much for coming on the pod.
Thanks for having
this was
me.
so fun. If out of anything you take away today, get insurance. I'm talking to you out there in the world. Get insurance. We'll have all of Lindsay's info in the show notes. If you've been curious about insurance, you have questions, she's a great resource. Thank you for being a resource for me. Thank you for being a resource for my clients, my tenants, everybody. You're amazing.
I really appreciate
and
that.
I appreciate you so much, and I'm so excited for the next chapter of your life and what's going to happen with your agency and the growth and what's going to finish out 26 and go into 27. So anyways, but thank you.
Thank you.
And so we'll have everything again in the show notes for Lindsay. And that's it.
Turn it up, don't miss a thing. Welcome to the show. Slightly Unhinged. Slightly Unhinged.